Western New Mexico, I think on Friday, the second match. And then the Ottawa University, interesting story there, Coach Lauterbach and I have a little history. When I was at Cowley County, his dad was a legend in the Arc City tennis community. So Coach Lauterbach and I have a little fun rivalry going on. And then we finished up with Arizona Christian. So it's a good kickoff weekend for us to see where we're at, get us ready. I think the following week we play Weber State, Idaho State, College of Idaho. Get us ready for the Pac West, and it'll be some good competition. Those two NAI teams are always top 25 teams. So, and they got us down at got us down in Phoenix at low altitude. Big difference. Everyone complains about the low altitude, high altitude. Anyway, so yeah, I think we're ready to go. I know I'm ready to get on the court. I'm getting tired of practicing.
Well, the athletes, I'm sure the excitement is here. Probably sick of practicing.
Kind of
against each other, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've been excited for playing again and actually competing, and thinking about. I think we've practiced harder than ever, and we've been doing extra stuff, and I think we're really prepared for the first matches, and I think it's a good match to get it started into the season, like Coach said.
Definitely, indubitably, we've been playing the same 6 guys for so long, and so the practice just hopefully it pays off when we get into the matches and we have a good start. I mean, the men's team started off 2-0 in the fall, and we're hoping to keep that going into this weekend. So,
Coach, a year or two in the Pac West, had the chance to see it throughout the season last spring, but then again, kind of wrapping up the fall, a lot of the individual players, kind of a little more.
About the Pac West, or
yeah.
Tough conference, Chris. There's 5 men's teams top 25 and probably 5 or 6 on the women top 25. So, yeah, you've been going out there for years, made that transition to Pac West. I think it's really benefited our program. We're hoping to take it to another level. These 2 seniors are great team captains, and it's the fall tournaments were good, but the team competition will be a lot different for the freshmen because college tennis ain't like your country club tennis. There's a lot of yelling going on, right, Yankee? People always come out, oh my God, these kids are serious. They're yelling at each other. Anyways, so yeah, the Pac West is the big thing for us. We got to make the top 8 on the men's to make the tournament. Women got to finish top 12 to make that Pac West tournament. So yeah, we're building up everything towards the March, which a lot of the other coaches. Hanks is going out to play Azusa Pacific in baseball. I don't know how. I think softball just got back from a tournament out west. So you as a coach, you want to build up to your build your schedule, or at least my philosophy is build up to the conference tournaments or conference play and then the conference tournament. So we're about where we need to be. These kids are working hard. Davey's done a great job taking over a little more responsibility on the courts for me because I tore my rotator cuff. I don't know if you knew that, Patty. So yeah, we're ready. I think this is we've had an injury or two. But everyone's going to have setbacks. I feel like basketball has been dealing with COVID issues, and we may have a few of those. It's the world we live in. But we do have one injury on the men's side. I guess we're not really supposed to talk about injuries, so I won't name names. But I can say injuries without saying names. But anyways, so yeah, I think we're ready to go.
Questions?
So with a solid fall season, especially on the men's side, you kind of mentioned trying to carry that in, and it's kind of hard because you split your season right down the middle. You're just getting into it, and then it gets cold. So how do you just kind of stay sharp over the winter months and getting into now the important time of the season?
Well, it's a whole different attitude change as well. You really see a lot of it's just hard work and all that. It comes down to that. When we go home, some of us get to go home, and some of us, luckily, like for myself, have much warmer weather, and I get to go home and play year-round. So I can go home and practice all the time. We have Jorge Abreu, my doubles partner, a junior transfer who was down in Mexico, so he was able to play the whole time. But once we really get back in January, we have to kick that level up especially of intensity.
And now you get cold again.
Right.
We still get to practice at Junction Indoor Tennis Center for all you tennis fans looking for indoor tennis courts, Patty. Dan still teaches there. Quick plug.
Thank goodness for the bubble, right? You know people there, right?
Somewhat.
You're really already a senior?
Yep.
Man.
Our little German's a senior.
I know.
Little German. German just showed up like last year, it seemed like.
I
So
know.
it,
Time went by very quick. It's weird, like thinking about like it's the last season and just leaving this place. But I think like with our team, it's definitely going to be a lot of fun.
So obviously, you got thrown in right off the bat. So you've kind of grown up.
Yeah.
And you kind of understand what it's like. And then going up against the Pac West players, that's another step up.
It is like the first couple years when we played in the RMX. Still, we had like our normal teams like Metro and Dixie State, and now we play against Azusa, who's I think for women's is ranked number 3. So it's a lot harder than playing against the RMX teams. And I think especially for the freshmen, they're basically gonna go thrown into the water now. And as a senior, like I think you just have to like kind of lead them and show them how it's kind of done.
You kind of talked about being a senior and being that leader to the freshmen. What has the team chemistry kind of been like? You know, you do have that weird little gap. Has that kind of maintained and helped throughout the break as well into the spring season for the younger players on your guys' teams?
I think especially like the last 2 weeks where we've practiced, we had to like tell them, hey, since we practice in the bubble, it's a lot more difficult because we have to get there, and we split our team into 2 groups to practice in the morning and the afternoon. And you have to tell them, hey, we only have this much time. You have to be on time, and it's a lot more strict than the fall because in the fall towards the end we have more time and like we don't have to hit as much. But now we have to like hit every day and practice hard.
And Steven thinks he wants to become a coach. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But as team captains, with the weird break for winter break, what's it been like for you guys to try to get your team back into things in the swing of practices and with the intensity picking up?
It definitely has a lot to do with communication, no doubt, and just you almost want to try and lead by example, of course, to start, and then keep pushing the guys that way. We have a lot more younger players. I mean, last year we had 0 incoming freshmen for the men's team. We only had 7 players, so there was quite a team connection. And then all of a sudden, throwing in like 6 freshmen was quite the change. So we've been doing our best to kind of lead by example and show them the ropes along the way. But I think the team's buzzing and ready to go for Arizona. So
Honestly, same here. Like it's a lot more about communication and showing them what you have to do to be successful, and sometimes you just have to like let them make the mistakes, but then they have to learn from it. So as I already said, like communication is just the key.
Question of the week: favorite Winter Olympic sport and why?
curling, hands down curling. I still don't understand it. Absolute favorite to watch though.
Chris plays curling.
I think for me it's figure skating because I also like gymnastics, and so I think figure skating is like the gymnastics for the Winter Olympics.
Didn't the USA female male people win last night? Oh, the silver? I thought they got the gold. Oh. Anyways, downhill skiing for me. It's Wild World of Sports. Remember Patty, the guy wipes out? I just like watching the wipeouts. And then now it's got fake snow. Isn't that kind of weird? You look out, there's no other snow besides on the runs. Anyways, downhill skiing for me, Chris.